true believer. I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find...
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Washington Redskins. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And his first carry, he loses the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Thompson. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting touchdown, Washington? Chris Thompson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. A nice run by him, don't get me wrong, but the blocking up front was a thing of beauty.
I think for an opening drive, how about that for an exclamation point? Just what you said. Good blocking, good vision, and he accelerated to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. He got 29 yards that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw on second down. Higgins. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Higgins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll run with Thompson. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 73 yards. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They run it here with Thompson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
To throw on second down. Higgins. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On the ground, it's Thompson. Space to maneuver at the 40. Powers ahead at the 45. And down to the 29-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. Give him 42 yards on the ground. And a big run there against the worst rush defense in the league. They're number 32 of 32.
And they're ranked that for a reason. And we're really not surprised to see a big run occur against them, are we?
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Rudolph. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Richardson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Right back to him on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We could talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now We're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And on the ground they go with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Muscles him off. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Rudolph looking to throw it. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is right through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Higgins. picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Nifty footwork at the 45. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Higgins. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again, a run with Thompson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. And he drops this off to Townsend, complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a handoff looking right. Able to power through. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Rudolph on 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And this Redskins offense is running away with this one. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, that's low. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely to start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. Fielded at the 20. $12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll run it here. And some room to roam now. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 12 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 3rd down, that's Marshall. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it.
Now a loose football, the ball comes out, and I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guy.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. He'll get it up the middle, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell